scared. This is your moment to shine. Keep going. Don't let your fear own you.
If someone tries to touch you in a place or in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable, that's no good.
Oh no!
I gotta make a Sonic OC. He's perfect. Let's try that. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yes. Now, he's truly perfect. Oh God! He's hideous! Sonic Forces. Why am I playing this game now, nearly 4 years after its initial release? Honestly, I don't know. Something about the 30th anniversary of the Blue Blur, mixed with the somewhat embarrassing / mostly beautiful anniversary concert, got me in the mood to play Sonic again. After all, so much of my childhood was spent on games like Adventure 1 and 2. So I decided to do the only logical thing, pay my respects by playing all of the worst Sonic games that I never touched in the past because of how bad they supposedly are. With that, let's begin with Sonic Forces. Okay, here we go. Sonic Forces is a very strange game, but I guess that's just what's expected from Sonic Team at this point, especially given their track record over the past 20 years. If Sonic games are a family, then Forces is the edgy emo kid that hisses at his parents at the dinner table. This game has a lot going on, from bringing in pretty much every Sonic villain imaginable to having everyone's favorite heroes, mostly. Froggy, why? There's an epic world that's on the brink of total collapse, and each stage has these sprawling backdrops with a ton to look at because of it. Oh, and also, there's a bonkers soundtrack that embraces the cringe in the most beautiful way possible. But most importantly, there's customizable characters that get plopped down into the middle of this oh so messy Sonic universe. There's just so much going on in this game. You can tell the developers really examined what Sonic is in the current age when they were planning out this game. The only problem is, Sonic in the modern age is utterly f***ing confusing. In his current state, Sonic is literally incapable of pleasing everyone. But that's clearly what the team's intent was with this game. Let's make Sonic go extra fast! Let's incorporate OCs to please all the weird fandom people. Let's plop in 2D throwback stages to please all the Sonic boomers who only think that the original 3 games are palatable.
Been generations since I seen you. You okay?
And ooh, I know what people like. Every Sonic cast member ever. Needless to say, this game is pretty overwhelming. At least in concept. In execution, oh boy, does this game have a few problems. Problems warranting the, let's just say, cold response it initially got. I went into this game expecting an absolute hot mess, but I was actually pleasantly surprised if I'm being completely honest. While this game is far, and I mean far from being great, somewhere around the end of my experience, I realized that I was actually having a really fun time. It's weird, but during the first few stages of this game, I was absolutely hating Sonic Forces. But then, much like genital warts, it started to slowly but surely grow on me, causing me to question what I really believe to be a good game. Let's just quickly start out with the story. It's pretty ridiculous, over the top, and has pacing so wild it makes the last season of Game of Thrones seem palatable. It's a Sonic story, for Christ's sake, what do you expect? Eggman's taken over the world with the help of all your favorite Sonic baddies, including this new dude named Infinite, who's really just lackluster, honestly. And it's up to this Sonic task force to save the world from the impending Eggpocalypse. And everyone's favorite Death Egg is fully on display here. So there's that. But this premise really opens the game up to this insanely over-the-top, balls to the McFing wall kind of experience. The whole time I was playing, all I could think was, this is literally Sonic meets Nier Automata. It's literally a f***ing robot space opera, but based around the wacky world of Sonic the Hodgepodge. The only difference is it's missing 2B's juicy thighs. Anyway, the story is more or less centered around your original character, not that one, as a rookie soldier in this Sonic militia. 2 words I can't believe I've just written next to one another. Meanwhile, Sonic is in another dimension or something, and Tails is going bananas trying to find him. And Retro Sonic shows up for some reason, and then the gang eventually gets reunited and beats the baddies in an all-out war, and... See how this game is kind of a clusterfuck? If there's one takeaway from this game, it's that these giant Middle-earth-esque battle scenes are just beyond ridiculous and kinda awesome.
Don't forget to drink your daily dose of bleach.
Speaking of things that are huge and ridiculous, we have to talk about this game's soundtrack, because holy shit did they go hard on this thing. Honestly, if they didn't go all in on this soundtrack, it would have been a total disaster, but they held nothing back, and I mean nothing. And as a result, we have an absolute bonkers soundtrack that miraculously slaps. Take a listen.
Together we can show the world what we can do. You are next to me and I'm next to you. Push me on through until the battle's won. No one's gonna give nothing to us.
As this humble YouTube commenter states, this game wasn't good, but the soundtrack hard as I mean, the game really has it all. My god, from these absolutely corny vocal rock tracks to some of these awesome retro stage themes. It's got some great orchestral stuff and some more of that quintessential Sonic techno that was really present in the 90s. Although sometimes they go a little overboard with it here, I've got to admit. It's all over the place, but what the hell did you expect from this game? I strongly encourage you to take a look at the soundtrack, which is 3.5 hours long. What the f? They really didn't hold back on this one, man. And if you're a Sonic fan, you're really gonna appreciate this one, even if it's far from the best. We all know who wins that one, right? Now, moving on to the overall level design and control of Sonic Forces, is where the game gets truly messy. As I kind of mentioned before, my first hour or so with this game made me slightly infuriated. I hadn't really played a Sonic game in quite some time, so I'm willing to say that maybe I was incredibly rusty at first, but initially I thought the game was going to be an absolutely abysmal experience. The controls felt stiff and kind of delayed, and I basically just sucked at those first 5 stages or so. Not to say I'm some kind of god gamer or anything, but I've basically been playing Sonic since before I could stick my finger up my nose, so I shouldn't really have that much of a hard time. After a while, I adjusted to the overall gist of the game, I guess. While I definitely still think the controls are stiff and clunky as all hell, it gradually became more and more fun. Even if the final levels of the game were so infuriating that I needed a colonoscopy after them due to the pure rage-induced hemorrhoids that I got from this game. Anyway, Sonic Forces features 30 levels to plow through with a healthy sprinkling of secret and bonus missions, daily objectives that give rewards, these SOS missions that give new clear conditions, and a metric ton of unlockable clothing for your beloved OC. All that combined with the free Shadow DLC make this a decent length of game to chew through, kinda like a chili dog.
I'm at Sonic's, eating a chili dog.
One of the main complaints I've heard with this game is that it's incredibly short, but I just don't feel that way at all. It has a lot of stages, though most are incredibly short. We're talking like 2 minutes here, but they all have lots of replayability. Now, I didn't plow through the game in a day. Instead, I took kind of small bites over the course of about 4 days or so. But according to howlongtobeat.com, the average time it takes to complete the main story is a measly 4 hours, which is just not acceptable for the average player. Despite all this, I felt the game was perfectly lengthed for what I wanted, which probably speaks for the quality of the game. Maybe if it actually had its shit together and was good, I wouldn't want it to end like ever. But sadly, by about mission 22, I was really ready for this game to end. Like I said, the last few missions get pretty insufferable, but on my second playthrough, I felt that I had a much better grasp of what to expect and how this game wants you to play, which is basically with 0 brain cells activated, and this is a bit of a recurring issue with all Sonic games. But in this game, you really have to turn off all possibility of thought just to make it through these levels in an enjoyable manner. If you so much as even think to yourself, ooh, I want to go over there, maybe there's a collectible, you're probably already dead. Or at the very least, you're losing all momentum and rings you've been building up over the course of the level. But this is the duality of Sonic games. Do you want to go fast, or do you want to die trying to get the collectibles? Do you want to have fun and feel like a god gamer, or do you want to die some more hoping to maybe get that one last red ring you need? What the game really wants you to do is give yourself a lobotomy. Tape the joystick down and hold that lovely boost button and just watch all the pretty colors breeze past your eyeballs.
Everything they throw at us. Double boost. Yeah, that's how it's done. We got unstoppable speed and timing. We just have to keep this up. Find a way in.
You should be able to get into the...
It kind of sounded like I hated this game, huh? But that's just not true. In reality, there's a lot of fun to be had here, and a lot of challenge to experience as well. You just have to look past a lot of flaws that the core game has going against it. Right, Sonic?
Sonic says no smashing before marriage. Be a good Mormon.
Okay. Anyway, I'm very excited to see what's coming next from Sonic. It's obvious that Sonic Team is listening to the fans and to the internet, for better or for worse, and that's probably how they came up with the concept of OCs into a Sonic game. So who knows what they're going to try next. Speaking of innovative Sonic titles, for my next video, I'm going to be taking a look at Sonic Unleashed, a game that I'm equally scared and excited to play, because I've never touched it before and I really don't know what I'm going to think of it. Anyway, if you like this video, feel free to subscribe. If you do, I really appreciate it. Be on the lookout for future videos. Once again, thank you so much for watching. This is Cam's Corner. I'll see you next time.
That shit bussin', she is